What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode. Thank you to everyone for sharing and watching my first video. The love and support was simply amazing. The goal for this month is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like and share this video. In this episode, we take you to the blissful coastal city of Swakopmund. With its rich history and beautiful architecture, it has grown to be a very popular holiday destination for local and international tourists who are coming to Namibia. I had the chance to visit Swako for my Christmas holiday, and to be honest, it was the best Christmas ever. Our trip around Swakopmund was facilitated and guided by Joseph Kafunda of Rafiki Tours, such an amazing and lovely guy who is very hospitable and very informed about some of the activities and attractions that we visited. There's a link to his tour company below in the description box if you're looking to travel to Namibia or Swakopmund to be specific, to engage in these activities that I'm about to break down. Tell him Alex the Rainmaker sent you. So first thing we'll talk about is accommodation. You know, when you travel, it's very important that you get a sound and comfortable place that you can lay your head and relax after a day of doing various activities. We got to lodge at the Swakopmund Delight Hotel operated by Gondwana Lodges. I was mesmerized by its quirky vintage design and look, something I hadn't really seen at various lodges that I had been to. Let me highlight that we collaborated with Gondwana Lodges, which is one of the biggest hospitality group of companies in Namibia, as they welcomed and hosted us in their lodges across the country. So if you're a fan of that quirky, freestyle, lifestyle, flair design, I'm sure you really like the Swakopmund Delight Hotel. There are other very comfortable guest houses and Airbnbs, while the beachfront is dotted with several self-catering homes, lodges, luxury spa hotels, and more. So there's truly something for everyone depending on your budget if you're looking to visit Swakopmund. So we arrived in Swakopmund on Christmas Eve and was welcomed to a local home. We got to enjoy some great pap with some meat, which is a very popular Southern African dish. The first exciting activity on the list of things to do in Swakopmund is definitely desert quad biking. We had the opportunity to do this with desert explorers, and my goodness, the sheer thrill and excitement of riding a quad bike through the boundless sand dunes is something I just can't describe with words. You can also choose to do camel riding, which is very classical and Instagram worthy. I'll share the details below with desert explorers if you are looking to try out the desert quad biking if you are in Swakopmund. The next activity on the list is gin tasting. Swakopmund is home to the craft distillery called Stillhouse Atlantic. So this is a distillery that creates various gins that embodies the Namibian spirit. So you would have the opportunity to tour and go through some of the processes that they take to produce different flavors and types of gin. The distillery is owned by Sandy and Pierre Leroux. It was actually my first time tasting gin, and it was a relishing experience, though it was a bit too strong for me, you know. But for all the gin lovers and people looking to taste gin, I'll definitely encourage the Stillhouse Atlantic for you to visit. Their details is in the description below. When we received our itinerary for the trip, I must say this was one of the activities that I was looking forward to the most. And trust me, it wasn't a disappointment. Check this out. So courtesy Laramon Tours, we got to cruise on the Atlantic Ocean as we got to see bird and mammal life up close. When we were about to start our boat cruise experience, we got to see the seals even climb onto the boats as the guide was playing with them and giving them fish, playing around with them. And to be honest, it was a very beautiful experience. So on the boat cruise experience, you get to see dolphins swimming and jumping into the ocean. You get to see seagulls, penguins, turtles, and even whales within specific seasons. You would also be served with some fine champagne together with some oysters and some short meals. So you can have this great experience with your friends and loved ones. You would also have the opportunity to meet new people and share great memories. The service delivery from Laramon Tours was simply amazing. Shout outs to the crew, especially Kathy, for this amazing experience. So I would highly recommend Laramon Tours if you're looking to have the boat cruise experience. Their details is in the description below. The Cape Cross Seal Reserve is another place to visit if you're looking for a marine life experience. The place is a sanctuary for the world's largest breeding colony of Cape Fair seals. And I mean, it's really, really large. With the drone shots, you could see the land space they were occupied, and they are estimated to be over 200,000 seals during the breeding season. So this is a chance to come up and close with these beautiful creatures. The stench is very strong, so just be a little prepared for that. Let's talk about food. You know, if you are someone who travels a lot because of food, Namibia is a place that you will love so much because of the traditional food that they offer. We visited a couple of Namibian traditional restaurants like the Olupale Traditional restaurant. This restaurant had different types of delicious meals that would leave you licking your fingers. We also visited the Hafeni Traditional food restaurant as well and enjoyed more traditional Namibian meals. A special seafood dish was also prepared for our team, and we really savored this experience. We visited another amazing traditional cook called Enna of the Okasmiley restaurant in Walvis Bay, where they prepared the food in their home. You know, this gives you the feeling of visiting a typical Namibian home and not just a set-up restaurant. Back in Ghana, I'd always enjoyed goat meat together with some soup and some fufu. But then in this particular experience, I got to enjoy the goat head, which is called Okasmiley. For the first time, I tried it and it was very delicious, and I also got to taste the brain of the goat. I'll definitely entreat you to visit these traditional restaurants and have the authentic Namibian gastronomy experience. They'll make you feel the typical traditional Namibian home experience. Aside the traditional restaurants, we also visited a couple of contemporary restaurants where they offered different kinds of foods, and we had a great time. We went into their kitchen and was able to see the process that they went through to prepare these kind of dishes, and we met some of the chefs. We also went to the Strand Hotel and we got to meet Chef Nelson together with the other chefs who are doing amazing. So I would encourage you to explore more places in Swakopmund and enjoy the best of food. Another activity that you can engage in is doing the city tour. Swakopmund itself is very beautiful and has extremely scenic views with the palms around. So you can actually take a city tour, get to know some of the historic buildings and the background behind them. You can also visit a couple of pubs and enjoy some Swakopmund delicacy called bubble fish. So we actually visited the Old Sailor restaurant and we had some bubble fish, which is very delicious. Another activity on the list is visiting and climbing the Dune 7. Dune 7 is among the highest dunes in Namibia, and when you climb it, you get to see the Atlantic Ocean as well as the scenic views of the desert sand dunes. You'd love it. On this trip, I got to see a lot of animals that I never imagined in my life that I'll get to see. I got to see flamingos. This was at the Walvis Bay Lagoon, which is a sanctuary for marine birds. The best time to go is at sunset, and it's a very beautiful experience to watch. Another iconic place to visit is the Swakopmund Jetty. It has a lot of history behind it, as it was first built with wood and later renovated to be built with iron. This is a place that would give you scenic views of the Atlantic Ocean and is a perfect place to relax and take some great pictures. Other activities that you can engage in that we didn't get to, but I would highly recommend for you, is visiting the Sandwich Harbor. You can also engage in skydiving, snowboarding, scenic flights, and many others. Swakopmund is definitely a place that offers different experiences for every traveler. So that's it for this episode. I hope you've been intrigued by these activities for you to plan your trip to Namibia. Trust me, it will be a trip of a lifetime. So join me on the next episode as we take you to the almighty Sossusvlei featuring the Deadvlei. We take you through things to expect in the Namib Desert, activities and places you can lodge, and many more. Make sure to subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month. Like and share this video to support this channel for more travel content. Take care. Bye-bye.